What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hussle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you don't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, start educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing. All right, hey, let's get this thing started. My bad, y'all. You know, chicks be having kids. You know, yeah, that ain't my kid. My bad. So, what do my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's gonna turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop them videos and y'all get them notifications, there's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win. All right. And in today's video, y'all already know we're talking about these bank new methods that's these banks really can't do nothing about. And it's a lot of new scams, so SIM swapping to wire fraud to bank fraud to all different type of scams and fraud that's going on. That has a lot of people that are in certain situations trying to learn and figure out how to get some quick, fast cash, and they're turning to scams and fraud. So, like I said, you got SIM swapping going on, you got check fraud, debit card fraud, you got people stealing you, getting virtual wallets information and stealing those and utilizing those. A lot going on. Now, the most popular scam that's starting to become the scam or a method that's starting to become very popular is the OTP bot scam. And it's becoming popular because if a scammer or a fraudster was to get somebody's bank account information, go into that account and transfer some money out or do something without that person's authorization, then that's fraud. The bank has to replace that money because that money is FDIC insured and the bank is out of money and they're going to figure out who this is transferring this money out. Now, if the scammer pulls some type of social engineering method and has the victim authorize these transactions to be sent out, then the bank technically is not required to pay back that person or put that money back because they technically authorize these payments. Now, when it comes to that type of situation, the banks don't know what's going on. The banks don't know you and they don't know what you got going on. So there's certain situations where you could have anybody randomly. It could have been you. You could have literally wire transferred some money out to a different account and then called the bank and said, "Hey, I didn't do that. Somebody's in my account." But you authorized the transactions. So on their end, it's like, okay, if you didn't know who this was, but you authorized the transaction, something ain't right. So a lot of people are starting to figure out that if they authorize the transactions, it's almost a go, and there's nothing legally the bank can do because from their end, it looks like they literally they the ones who transferred the money out because they authorized it. Now, different banks have different procedures when it comes to wire transfers and things like that. I know my bank, they literally got to call you to verify. Another bank, they can't even do a wire transfer for you. So it's crazy how one bank has to call you and verify certain information before they send this money out. Then another bank doesn't even allow you can't call them and do a wire transfer. Everything is done on a computer. So it's kind of crazy how different banks, different requirements, different systems, and loopholes that these scammers and fraudsters figure out to be able to get into bank accounts, wire transfers, or trick somebody into sending their own money to them. Now, with the OTP bots, is basically what, well, not what the banks use, but so these text messages and phone calls we get on a daily basis, mainly text messages saying, "Oh, are you trying to transfer 4,500, 2,500, 5,000, random amounts of money?" You're going to say no. But when you say no, that text message is going to an OTP bot. And once they get that text message, they're going to call you from the number that's basically the fraud department of whatever bank that you have. And they're going to act like a bank teller, and they're going to have you do a lot of crazy things. And a lot of people are starting to be duped. Now, like I said, people are starting to figure out that most people are broke. So when people trying to do this wire transfer, they don't really not go get that much. But now they're starting to go towards businesses, because most businesses who are up and running and have things going on more than likely got money in their account, credit cards and things like that. So they know it's going to be more of a green aspect when it goes to, or doing this towards businesses. So in today's video, we got a local business owner that lost $172,000 in this bank fraud scheme that banks are doing nothing about, because these scammers and fraudsters are going with the loopholes and basically having the victim authorize these transfers. So let's see what's going on with this guy and his business.
A Greystone business owner shared his story to help warn others.
I had 172,000, boom, gone, vanished.
Roofing company owner Joshua Cap still trying to get at least part of his money back, stolen last March from his region's business account. The FBI tracking the hacker to Arizona. Deposits made in 3 banks: JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Green Dot Bank. How
Green
did they
Dot
get
got a bank.
access?
My iPhone got hacked, okay, and they went into my private or my personal notes in my iPhone. So never in a million years would thought somebody could gain access.
His notes contain passwords and
See, this what happens when they SIM swap. People go into this type of stuff and get this type of information, and that's what happens. So SIM swapping is becoming very, very popular too. People taking over people's SIM cards and phone and getting man, it's crazy.
logins. When the bank texted a verification code, that went straight to the scammers.
Well, hopefully, we're at least gaining back, at least 100,000 total back. It's definitely a hard hit.
The fraudulent accounts now frozen as the FBI works the case.
Gave them the verification code.
Bob Trevin's friend Judy Martinez got a call from someone claiming to be with the fraud department at Wells Fargo, asking for verification of her accounts. It was a spoof. The imposter call appeared to be a trusted bank phone number.
These spoofs is getting out of hand. They know who to call because there's information being sold on the dark web.
The bank said you willingly gave this information out, and therefore they will not be able to get the money back.
See, I told y'all.
$47,000 was what this family lost.
The account drained.
It just frustrates me when so many people have so much hard-earned money and they lose it so quickly.
So what would be a better path forward on this, do you think?
Rampant banking fraud has the attention of U.S. senators.
It's almost like the banks want you to authorize these payments, so they don't got to pay no money back. Like, ain't got nothing to do with that.
$9 billion a year. And in Alabama in 2022, we were actually defrauded, Alabamians, by nearly $55 million.
Senator Britt and industry leaders pushing more awareness with campaigns like Banks
Do white
Never
people wear
Ask.
wigs?
We have to continue to
That look like a
adapt
wig. I ain't
ourselves.
gonna lie.
I think that
Yeah.
this includes increasing consumer education efforts.
That's
My
another
dad's
video.
86. If it says his bank on that caller ID, he thinks it's his bank.
Yep.
And so we need to.
And like I
stop
said,
that.
they get the information from the dark web of all the people that's at that bank. That makes it easier.
Credentials.
Everyone probably on this dais has gotten that text message that says, hey, did you have this fraud alert? Did you make this transaction? And you reply to that. These people are very good at what they do.
Now, Binda calls on the telecommunication industry to ensure caller ID is accurate. If the authentication drops, it should read unknown.
And that's what they doing out here. They doing these spoof calls and text messages, acting like these banks. any bank, and people getting away with it. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware out there. Because when you're more aware, you could be more safe, and to be more safe is to be more cautious, so it won't happen to you. So like I tell y'all all the time, get y'all Northern Life locked. Make sure it's monitoring all y'all social media accounts and financial accounts to make sure nothing fishy is going on, nothing suspicious is going on, and it also will monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is floating around in there for people to, utilize it and get loans and credit cards and lines of credit in your name. Make sure y'all freezing your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, so nobody can get anything in your name as long as it's frozen. Can't do nothing with it. Make sure y'all get new debit and credit card numbers every so often. We tap, swipe, enter, order all day, every day. And every time we do, that information is placed on the database. So many database leaks, compromises, and hacks that's going on out here in the world. Just stay safe. Get new numbers. Get new cards. So if that happens, the old information is on there and it won't be valid anymore. And, keep yourself protected. So make sure you guys are staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware out there in this crazy world. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going. Y'all motivate me to keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gyms are $1,000. But for a limited time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 250, 10 seats available. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Class-like session. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in person limited gyms, 3,500. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on a month-long mentorship, $1,000. First 10 people, 500. Make sure y'all check out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App, me and their network. Still look for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitch, my IG, and TikTok. Make sure y'all check it out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy, King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I will see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.